Hi, this video is going to show you how to attach the bottoms to the sides on your Camden bowl. You've already made the rectangle for your sides. Now this is just a rectangle and you've bound it all the way around just like you would a quilt. You've already made your bottom, and this consists of two round pieces that have been bound and sewn together. The next step is you're going to pin the two together. So you're going to start right here on this corner, one of the corners of your side, and pin straight down through the bottom and through the side. And you're going to pin all the way around the bowl until you get to the part where it overlaps, which is right here. Now you won't have this thread on there. This thread's in preparation for the next step. But just overlap, when you get to this point, you're just going to overlap the two. Just pin a pin straight through, pin a pin through here, just to keep it together, and then put clips on the bottom to keep the top together. You want to keep this piece nice and straight, so I'm going to show you this right here, so that this binding piece goes straight up and down from the bottom of your basket. You don't want to pull it in too far because that will make the basket go in, and you don't want to spread it apart. You don't want it going out like that because the basket will go out. So make sure that this line is nice and straight from the bottom to the top of your bowl. To sew the bottom to the sides, it's simply a small whip stitch. I'm going to remove these two pins so I can show you how to do that. Now I sew with a double strand of Aurifil 12 weight thread. You can use 12 weight pearl cotton. This is a 12 weight cotton, or anything that's nice and thick. This is a double strand of thread, and I'm using a long needle. It's a milliner's needle. I like the Tulip brand. This is a milliner's needle size 7. So to start this, what you're going to do is you are going to put your needle between the two layers of the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a knot right there. So put your needle in between the two layers and come out right here on this corner. You've knotted the end so that when you pull your thread all the way through, that knot will just sit right in between those two layers. Now to start sewing, you're going to put your needle just slightly behind where that needle's coming out on the first layer of the bottom. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the side. Then you have one layer for the bottom and a second layer. We are sewing to this first layer right here. So put the needle slightly behind and come out. You can stitch probably 1/4 inch stitches. Doesn't have to be too close together. So come out right in the binding. You're going in on the first layer of the bottom, coming in out at the binding. I'm going to pull that out. Use a thimble too. I like the leather thimbles. So I am going to just come out, and I'm going to pull that nice and tight so you can hardly see that stitch. Again, go in on that first layer of the bottom, go over about 1/4 inch, and then go down into the binding for the side. And you're only sewing through the fabric, not sewing through all the interfacing. Pull it tight, go back across, come out in the binding, and again your stitches are probably going to be about 1/4 inch apart. So you're going to go all the way around, and once you get to where this piece overlaps, we're going to change our stitch. So I'm going to move this one and bring in the medium size bowl, that was the large bowl, to show you how to do the next set of stitching. In this one we are going to use a ladder stitch, and a ladder stitch is simply going in all the way through to the inside. Now if you can see, my needle is coming out right all the way down at the bottom. You probably can't see that, but I'm going to push it all the way through. Okay, so can you see where it's coming out in the bottom right there? Then I am going to push it through again at an angle, and it's going to come out. Now these stitches only have to be, oh, maybe an inch apart. This is just really, this isn't structural here. It's just tacking this overlap piece to the bowl. So it's going to come out down here. Try and stay in the ditch. I didn't do a very good job there, but again, go in at an angle. These stitches are going to be about an inch apart. So go in at an angle. If you can see it come out on the inside right here. And I'm going to pull it through. You'll see better when I get the thread through. And then I'm coming out at an angle. Now, one of the places that I want to make sure that I get spot on is right in that corner right there. So I'm coming out right on that corner. Now I'm moving up the sides, and again going in at an angle, coming out on the inside. Take very small stitches on the inside. I'm going to move up about an inch or so. I'm trying to come out right in that ditch there. See what I mean? Right in that ditch. And then you're going to go in and out using the ladder stitch all the way up the side and across the top to this corner. Then you're going to bury your knot in between the two layers. After you finish that, you'll add your buttons. Now you'll notice on the bowls behind here, all the buttons are the same, but you can change them out if you want to. Again, you see the small, medium, and large bowl. So there's 3 sizes in the pattern. So that's it on sewing the bottom to the sides. Good luck!